Three, two, one, contact. Hello, hello, hello. It's me, the final boss with the real hot sauce, the OC, the original cartoonista. Straight fire from the real live wire. Look, I'm on the last page of Rabbit Fighter. I'm on page 22. and and we're doing pretty well actually. That's two panels done, I would say. There's the pencil layer taken out. Looking on panel 3. I just want to remind you that when you're looking at me, it's like looking at an angel. It's true. All right. I'm actually not sure where to go with this. Um, this silhouette here, this mysterious silhouette in the rain. Is it rain? I kind of imagine there's no rain on these two panels, but I got to this panel and I'm sort of imagining some rain. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? On my original plan, and I still might do it, is to do a what I call a Wally Wood puddle reflection, that you may know as something off of Wally Wood's panels that always work. I think that puddle reflection is cool. There could be a puddle, even if there's no rain, there can always be a puddle in the woods. I'm just gonna improv in another dead robot. You're in luck, Rabbit. I've been watching a lot of Better Call Saul, which has been pretty enjoyable. Trying to make my way through this final page. This twist ender. Twist ending. Twist ender. We might even call this 1 point perspective, but there's no perspective lines, although we could say it vanishing points down to 1. Right? Maybe? I caught a little bit of Graham Nolan and Joe Jusko doing The Storyteller this afternoon. They actually did it. I think they streamed it live, like last night or something. If you're a real artist, you stay up late at night. I go to bed by 9. that's that's. But he was talking about John Buscema. I think the video is called. I think when John Buscema broke his own rules or something like that. It's basically a comparison of John Buscema when he was working at like Dell and did he work at DC maybe? And then later on for Marvel. And when he was working at Marvel, he was drawing over Jack Kirby's layouts. And it's like he learned, or at least he began to incorporate a new kind of dynamism in his work. Um, Comics of the 1950s, Golden Age comics in general, not really known for their dynamism. Um, Although, like, if you were to say, hey, there was no dynamism in the 1940s and in the Golden Age, um, I would instantly point to Mort Meskin and say Mort Meskin had dynamism. Because he did, man. I'm a big fan of those Mort Meskin vigilante. I've only seen him in like reprints, backup features, whatever. I was really into the Justice Society, and so every once in a while you'd see some kind of, you know, All-Star Squadron BS with a reprint. Um, but then I started getting into like talking about Joe Kubert and talking about Gil Kane. Everybody loves Gil Kane. Actually, it was kind of inexplicable to me was Landon Huber. Um, he was on one of those live streams and he goes, "Hey, I've been reading about this Gil Kane guy." But he spelled it with like a C, Gil Kane, Cane. Um, which is fine. Um, but the hosts of this particular show, which shall remain douchebags, I mean, shall remain nameless, did not know who the fuck that was at all. You think one of the guys is pretty fucking old? You ought to know. It's like it's like the Dead Milkman said. If your store ain't got Mojo Nixon, then your store could use some fixin'. All right. Anyways, a little bit of an eye-opening shock to me. All right. They were going into a Nick Cardy covers, and like so. I didn't really realize. I mean, I like Nick Cardy a lot. I didn't realize how many covers that guy had done and what they were. They're awesome. Like every one of them was awesome. Like if you have some favorite covers, especially of DC, old DC comics, just check and see if Nick Cardy is on there. He did that one. There's, I think it's one of um, Aquaman, and it's like the ocean is dried up or something, and he's holding up the mermaid. That's a Nick Cardy. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them that you would recognize. You would go, oh, that's a famous cover. That's one I recognize. Yeah, so my lines are sucking right here, and it's all about line weight. It's all about where does it go before it starts to devolve. I feel very scribbly. Or if I should I feel like I literally have absorbed possibly more of the Etherington brothers than is good for me. Like I was looking at some of my comics. I think I've done so many like Etherington brothers style bits that I'm starting to look European, which may not be a good thing for me. But it's kind of cool to have that European style in comics. It's not like it's a bad style, it's a great style. All right, we're almost there. This is bad. Shit. There we go. How about that? If you're looking at this and you're thinking, this is not very dynamic, she's just standing there, you're correct. But I think it's going to work for right now, for what I have. We're just blocking in some shapes at this point. All right. No, not you. All right. Let's pull that pencil layer off. Take a look. Oh, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the speech bubbles. Always good to do. I like technical pen for that. I don't think I'm down low enough. All right, let's try again. All right, here it is. Not bad. Okay. Draw with confidence. And then this is actually coming from off panel. Should be clear to the reader that, hang on, ink, layer one, okay. Should be clear to the reader that's not her saying this line. It's Rabbit Fighter saying the line. Okay. Makes me wonder if I should be trying to throw in a like a silhouette of him in the foreground. Which I don't think I'll do. Oh, there was a problem. Right there. There we go. I'm gonna do that one too. Hang on. I am looking forward to drawing more her in the um next Rabbit Fighter story. There's a whole cast of characters associated with this. I have like a whole scene planned out, but I don't know how to get everyone together for it yet. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. All right. I wonder. All right, where are we? Inky. I wonder if that's part of the problem is I made her skirt a little short. I was looking at she's not Wonder Woman. I was looking at some old Wonder Woman stuff though. There's one where she's tied to a missile. And her exclamation as she's flying over the city and she's like, "Suffering Sappho." That's the first time I heard her say that one. It's like an old one. And I'm like, well, this is pretty risky. Well, nobody knew who that was. So, all right. What are they really implying? I'm trying to just now, just when I get to here, like if you compare to my other pages, all right, just look from here. The the concentration of black is only in this one, page 7. Everything else got some black concentrated, some black, some black, some black. It's like I kind of whisked out of it a lot of times. There's some right there. This is not that old. I need to get bolder with these black areas. So they definitely make a difference. The problem is if you do it wrong, everybody knows. there's there's no recovering it, and it doesn't look good. But it's I'm an old guy now. I should be doing it more. There's no excuse. So we're gonna try and do it more. Oh, let's do some leaves. I saw somebody doing. I was looking at It's actually one of my favorite comics. Is Rima the Jungle Girl, which has Joe Kubert on it, and it's during the era when they had like 20-cent comics. And surprisingly, I mean, I'm so interested in this comic. I tried to like look it up. I have 3 issues of it, and she was actually in the Super Friends, and I kind of vaguely remember her. Like I was looking up appearances of this character, and they were like, "Oh yeah, she's in this and this episode of the Super Friends." As one of the supplemental characters that they were using for a while. And I'm like, no, not Rima. Rima the Jungle Girl? Really? And the answer is yes. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Let's do some plants. I'm going to start throwing the eraser around like that. I'm just trying to get some breakage so I can get some plants in there. I almost want to do like a gradient coming in from the upper right, but not a digital gradient, like a focus line gradient. Let's see if it worked. Because I can do more. Hold on, I just did a little bit. Looks like it kind of worked. It kind of worked. I don't know if it worked. No rulers. like, Peter, what are you doing? There he is. Then you got to erase this part. All about the cropping. Anyway, back to John Buscema. Buscema, and Sal Buscema, brother, his bro. Of course, most people know him for Conan, and I'm the same. Had a lot of those Conan things. Although it's kind of funny, even in Conan, I tended to get the outlying ones. So the instead of just getting Conan, which I would get it if it was available, I would find it. I had a lot of Red Sonja when I was growing up, and I also had a lot of Tarzan, which I considered to be in the same genre, and I had almost a full run, not quite, of the '70s run of King Kull the Conqueror. But I had quite a few Conans as well. I did not have Savage Sword. I mean, the one that was. I did not have the black and white one. I had the one that was like the Marvel one. All right. I think we got something. I think we're in good. All right. We're at a hot 22 minutes. Rather than listening to me ramble, I'm going to let you go while I continue to work on this final panel where we zoom in on Isolt's face here. And I try and not mess it up, be as delicate as I can. Isolt was one of the first comics I did. I have not been doing comics very long. And it's quite hard to do what's meant to be a prettier girl, right? Very hard. Not easy. I had a bit of a breakthrough with Vladimir London's course, right? That I took, and I was trying to follow um I can't remember her name now. She had a whole course on Skillshare about female portraiture, which I was working on for a while. What happened there? My mouth is off center. If your mouth is off center, what are you, a mutant? Let's fix it up a little bit, baby. All right. Let's see what she looks like so far. Are we close? Are we close? We're close. It's one of those things. This is one of those things you'll be practicing for a while. I refuse to trace. I'm going to have to learn to draw it. I get somewhere. It takes us a while. Please like, follow, and subscribe. And find out what's going to happen tomorrow, because I don't have the next pages planned. Like, we're reaching the end of the year. Like, my original goal was 100 pages. I'm at 156, I think, right now. So if I beat my goal, but it's not enough to say, okay, well, in 200, because I wouldn't make that. I would not. I'm not going to be able to get that. But I certainly got to 150. We're getting somewhere. Please check in tomorrow. And I'll have this posted on Instagram. Please follow my Instagram. It's at RabbitFighter13 on Instagram. I have New Year's goals of 1,000 followers on Instagram in 2023 to reach 1,000 followers. And to reach, I'm going to say right now, 200 followers on YouTube. I think I have in the 50s right now. So 150 followers. Would love it if you would follow me. I post a lot of content every day of drawing, but I also have some painting. I'm painting miniatures. If you're into painting miniatures, wargaming type stuff, and comics in general, and then there's even some gaming stuff that's going on. Oh, what else can you follow me? Oh, on Twitter, I'm RabbitFeed13, or just look up Empyrean Vole on Twitter, and you shall find me. Talk to you later.